Alright guys, welcome back to the Baitshop Banter Podcast, episode 3. I'm Captain Phil.
Captain Bob.
Captain Rue.
And we are here today to talk to you guys about some fun stuff, what's happening over here on the west coast of Florida, specifically out of Clearwater and surrounding areas. So without further ado, let's dive on into all the fun stuff. Recent catches. What have you guys been catching a lot of, Bob?
Right now we got gag groupers in season, hogfish, mangoes, grunts as always, sea bass, porgies, your normal catches. Offshore we can still keep our red snappers, we get our red groupers, and we actually get our triggerfish too. They opened up, what month are we in? August. They opened up August 1st.
Okay. What size? Those triggerfish. What size are you looking for?
They got to be 15 inches to the center of the tail.
Okay.
Or bigger. A lot of the ones we've been getting have been over 20 inches. So that looks like that fishery is starting to get a little bit better there.
That's cool.
We do get a lot of shorts, especially inside of like 100 foot.
Okay. Catching them on shrimp a lot?
Actually, a lot of the times we do something really weird on my boat. We'll take a vertical jig.
Okay.
And we'll put a piece of thread fin on the vertical jig and drop to the bottom to get it past all the snappers, all the groupers. And you just hold on the bottom and you catch them.
And then they just come eat it?
Yeah.
So do you find those triggerfish like to eat off the bottom? Like they're kind of nibbling, or are they coming up a little bit?
Triggerfish swim like this.
Yeah.
They swim facing down. So what happens there is when you hit the bottom, you reel it up like half a crank. So it's just up off the bottom, and they'll come up and pick it up.
Okay.
But yeah, people look at me weird when I say, we use vertical jigs.
So the vertical jig's got a treble hook on it, which is kind of, You use like a
Just
little circle
hook,
hooks?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever's on little 80 gram, 100 gram jig.
Okay.
It's pretty funny actually.
Yeah.
I know we should have brought some to show.
We might have some on the shelf over there. I don't really know. That's all right though. Rue, what have you been catching on charters recently? Kind of the same stuff?
Yeah, we're getting into our gag season, so everyone's pretty gung-ho for those.
Yep.
Red snapper's been pretty on fire.
Yep.
That red grouper bite has been awesome this year.
Cool.
Haven't really been struggling there, so it's been nice.
That's good.
Lane snappers, mangrove snappers.
Are you catching a lot of lanes lately?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been nice.
How deep are you seeing them? If you
I'd
don't
say
mind us talking about depth.
Probably starting at about 60 foot. You're
Okay.
going to start seeing them pretty consistently.
Are you getting them on shrimp, or what are you catching them on?
We're going a little bit of both. I'll set up someone for like a grouper rod and then some little snapper rods.
Yes.
So some shrimp, half pieces of thread fin, little pieces of squid.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
To me, I could take a box of lane snappers any day of the week. Those are some of my favorite.
There's no shame in a lane.
No, not at all. I am a huge fan of lanes. There was one day, and this was legal. We came back with 73 lane snappers.
That's
Was that before they changed it?
Yeah,
I gotcha.
This was many years
I had
ago.
on my best day. You were there. Remember when I came back with so many lanes? They had just closed our grouper like they did before.
Oh, yeah,
I came
yeah,
back with like 93 lanes for 10 people.
We were tearing them up pretty good.
That is awesome.
I'll have to show you the picture later. It was hilarious.
One of my favorite parts, like you fillet a lane, and you look at that meat, and you're like, that's gonna eat really
It's a ghetto red
freaking
snapper.
good. Yeah, it's good. It's good food.
Stark white meat.
Yep.
You can't beat them.
And you barely have a bloodline in those things. Like at
Yeah.
least what I've seen. I don't know.
Yeah,
you guys play a lot more.
even the
lanes
Y
than I
bone
do.
in there is very tiny. I mean, it's like when you fillet a grunt too. You can easily see it, and it's very easy to cut it out on like a beat.
Yep.
And it pops right out.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, guys. Well, good stuff. Sounds like business has been pretty good for both of you.
Yeah.
Especially Rue staying busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many charters a year are you running right now?
Oh, I'd say we're close to 200-ish.
Nice. That's good. So he's
Yeah.
staying nice and busy, and because he's mostly offshore, he's got to cancel a few because of weather, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest upside to that boat is he's inspected. So with an inspected vessel, he can take more than 6 passengers.
Yep. He's up to 10, right?
Yeah. So I get a lot of the runoff from the other guys. If you have a group, a lot of bachelor trips will come out, and they can't get everyone on one boat. So instead of spending the money on 2 boats, you come with me,
And you
get
guys
everyone in one
save
spot.
a little bit. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, that's a nice thing to know. If you guys are coming down here, we'll talk more about his charters here in a little bit, but definitely a positive thing going on there. Gag grouper season's kicking off. People are starting to catch some. We had a little bit of a slow start to gag season. Our weather has been real bad here. We've had a lot of wind, a lot of rain. It pretty much washed out the first weekend of gags.
Yeah, I mean, even today it was not the nicest weather out there.
So you ran out today, Bobby. How far out did you make it to? You were like, wow, it's a little bumpy out here today.
About 8 miles.
8
I was
miles?
like, this is not 5 miles out of the east. This is like 15 out of the northeast.
And you ended up with like 2 foot seas, right?
Yeah, like 2 to
2
3
plus,
with,
yeah.
with a pretty moderate chop to it. I mean, I
Yeah.
was taking spray. I'm in 36 foot center console, so
Yeah.
we'll put the wings down.
Yeah, absolutely. Take
Put the
spray.
wings down, put the bow down, just let it go.
I like it. I like it a lot. But then what we saw middle of the day today, around 11 o'clock, everything kind of leveled out, right?
Yeah, it got real nice. About 11:30, it started leveling out. By the time I got about 8 miles on my way in around 12:45, it was flat.
It was dead flat, yeah.
Maybe like a foot at most.
That's awesome. So what we're saying is, I've looked at the weather forecast. Things look to be nice and calm through the weekend. We're expecting a lot of people to want to go out for gag grouper, so you guys got those opportunities coming up. We'll talk more about gag grouper today, what we're seeing and what we're catching and stuff to give you guys more info. But yeah, so gag grouper season's starting to look pretty good for the next couple weeks here until it's over with.
Yeah.
By next couple weeks, you mean
week and a half.
10 days.
Yeah,
12
10
days.
12 days.
12 days.
12 days.
13, 14, I don't know, something
Yep.
like that.
So
It's cool.
if you haven't
First time
booked your
in 3 years you can get red snapper, red grouper, and gags all on the same trip.
Which is completely amazing.
Yeah. And if you
It's
think
nice
about
to
it
see
too, 3 years ago when we were able to keep all those, gags opened up in June.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. We'd go out there, get our limited red snapper, we'd get our red groupers, and we'd take a bonus gag or two.
Yep.
Especially fishing out there in the red snapper stuff, all our gags out there are easily 15 pounds.
Yeah, big ones.
Yeah.
Quality fish.
Unless the sharks say hello, then you're just kind of like, oh shit. God. Bring up half a gag. Oh, I got the cheeks. Can't keep them either though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting. Let's just talk about that real quick.
What, mutilation?
Yeah. So if you bring up a mutilated fish, it still has to be the regulation size,
Correct.
right?
So if say I bring up a 30-inch gag, right? If the back half got cut off, if I measure that fish, as long as it still reaches 24 inches, I can legally bring it back to the dock.
Right.
If
But
it's
if it's
23
less
and a
than that,
half, it's got to go back.
go back in.
I know it's unfortunate. I know a lot of people don't like that, and I understand it. Because you get it. You're losing that whole fish. It's like, well, I can still count the fish.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get 2 pounds of meat, 3 pounds of meat off that fish. Well, unfortunately, lost states, you cannot keep them.
Yeah.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
Circle
Feed it
of
to
life.
the dolphin.
That's right. Somebody will eat it. That's the best part about the ocean, the Gulf, whatever. Everything gets recycled, whether it's by a shark, a dolphin, or some crabs. Everything gets eaten. So never really have to worry about it too much, although we don't like to see that coming up. As fishermen, we like to, get what we get and win. Cool. Well, we're going to jump into our feature interview today. We got Rue with us. He's from the Gulf Stream, and we are going to be talking to him about kind of some of his experiences and things like that. So, Bob, if you want to go ahead and interview Rue, why don't you rock and roll with it, man?
I've known you how long now? Everyone, 5 years? Going on 5
At
years?
least 5, yeah.
Yeah. First time I went fishing with Rue, he got a permit on a bucktail.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That was interesting.
And I've been in his phone as bucktail Bobby for eons.
Yeah.
Now, were you guys, when you guys went fishing, I hate to jump into this, I'm like, take it away from it, but not. Where were you fishing for that permit? Were you fishing offshore?
No, we were land-based.
Land-based?
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
I was a deckhand then. I think, Bobby, you were still at Quality Boats then.
I wasn't full time. I had ran like 1 or 2 trips with Jeff.
Yeah.
And Kevin, who you know.
Yeah.
He runs K-Team Fishing, but he had brought me to where we were, and he's like, "Hey, my buddy Rue's gonna come." And I'm like, "All right, I don't really care who's coming. I don't know who he is."
Yeah.
Met Rue, and Kevin's like, "Yeah, we got our limited gag groups here 2 days ago."
Oh.
And he's
It was
like,
pretty
"Oh,"
wild.
and
Yeah.
my second or third cast, I popped one. He's like,
What?
That's the first one I've ever seen a gag caught on a bucktail from land. I was
cool.
like, I've heard of it. Okay, it could be done. But watching it and watching the bite, it was insane.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
It's addicting.
For me, it's like catching a big striped bass. Essentially, growing up, we did the same thing. You throw a big bucktail at a bridge, and it's just wham. You're like, oh god! But
Thump.
yeah.
Hang on.
So, how did you get into shark fishing? Because I don't think I've ever asked you that.
Well, I managed restaurants for the better part of 8 years. Me and my dad used to go fishing on the head boats just to get away. That was our thing.
Yeah.
We'd always go, and he was like, "You should be doing this," And he kind of poked the bear until I was finally fed up with my job, and it was time to make the jump.
Hell yeah.
So beat the street and asked every single boat on this coast of Florida until someone finally was like, "All right, come try it out."
Good for you, man.
And where'd you start?
That's
at?
pretty
What
cool.
boat?
I started on the Double Eagle. Yeah, head boat out of Clearwater Beach. But
Head boat trash.
yeah, they said, "Can you tie a knot and can you fillet a fish?" So
Yes and yes.
You can't
That was
tie
it.
off.
Hired.
it worked
see
out
how
pretty
long
good.
you'll last.
That was before.
buddy.
See, that was before they asked, "Can you show up?"
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hard
Now
yeah,
they ask,
yeah.
"Can you just show up?" And if you show up and you breathe, you got a heartbeat, you're good. It's
You
getting
got
pretty
that
bad.
That's true. That's true. And ever since, take us through kind of like your progress. You started off on the Double Eagle, and where did you end up, and how did you go through that process?
Yeah, I started doing that. I was a deckhand there for a long time. I specialized in their long range trips, so I was doing pretty much all of those for about 3 years.
Okay.
Kind of started weaning myself off. I started beating some of the guys on the dock, becoming friends, and really wanted to get into the charter fishing.
Yeah.
To me, personally, getting away from the grunts.
Yeah.
Doing something a little different.
I mean, it pays
It
the
pays the
bills,
bills.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't really, it doesn't fulfill you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was time for a change, and I met Captain Mikey on the Salt Cracker, and they gave me a shot. So Kevin was running with them at the time. So I started with them. I worked for them for 2.5 years, I think. Kind of learned how it went. So I had the head boat experience. I had the charter boat experience. It was time for sea school.
Hell yeah. Good
So.
for you, man. went and got your captain's license, and then started working for
The Gulfstream.
Yes.
Yep. It's they've been there for 51 years. One of the longest standing charter boats on the Clearwater Beach fleet.
That's pretty awesome.
So
That's a long time. That's longer than I've been alive.
Yeah. And the boat that he's running, I mean, it's hosted a lot of captains that have gone on from there.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, they're definitely one of the most solid charter boats in there. I would give them that, you know, just to the backbone and how long they've been there.
Yeah. And what size boat are you running right now?
It's a 40-foot
Okay.
Sermons sport fish style boat.
Yep.
Twin Mars.
Yep.
So it was nice to learn on. You know, it's like a skid steer.
Yeah, exactly. Little forward reverse.
Easy
spin
to
that
drive.
Dude,
Easy
that's
to
like
park.
a roller skate.
Yeah. It turns on a dime. So
There you go.
It's been working out pretty good.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
No real issues. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So.
It's down here.
Oh yeah. So far so good there.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
no, I love the journey. It's been a lot of fun. I've met a lot of great people.
That's what it's all about, really. I always say that. Like, people are like, oh, like, what makes this job, or how did you get into it? They ask that question. I always say, look, you might start off, you might think you're a good fisherman, but when you start working with other people, other guys, and learning what they do, oh my God,
Yeah.
you just level
It's
up so
eye-opening.
quick. You start sharing these little pieces of information we're talking about. Before we were on camera, we were talking about hooks and swivels. We talked about freaking swivels. Who gives a shit about what
Like
swivel you
10
use? And I'm like, no, this is all I'm going to use. And we're like, what? And it's cool to hear everybody else's stuff, you know? Like Bobby showed me the other day, we were off camera again, talk about knots. How do you tie this knot? I tie it this way. I tie it this way. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. It's just cool, you know? It's like everybody does something.
He does the
different.
old school snow, not the commercial snow like we do.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
His snow, we can do two of ours compared to
Yeah.
See,
his.
I cross mine.
Oh, you do the crisscross?
Yeah.
See, so everybody's got something different, and I think that's what's so fun.
He does
And
the real old school one.
half the reason I like doing this podcast just to hear other people's stories, figure out what's going on, and like learn something.
And you take a little piece from everybody.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody
It's
has their
nice.
own way that they do things, you know, and it doesn't matter how you do it. There's no wrong way.
Yeah.
Actually, rephrase that. There is a wrong way.
There is a wrong way.
There is no real wrong way if you're doing it the right way. You kind of get the idea there.
There's different ways to do
There's
everything.
9 ways to skin a cat. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Anyways, what's your favorite time of year to fish?
Oh, late March and April. That springtime we're on.
I knew it.
We all
That
like
water
it.
starts warming up, boy, and then fish get going. It is so much fun. The bottom fishing gets electric. The pelagics are here in full force.
Yep.
What kind of pelagics?
I mean, I hooked my first sailfish, and I just want to hook them all now.
Yeah.
So that's about
It's a
it.
shame we don't get
I'm kind of
more
like
over
you.
here.
Like, I wish we had more of them here, but I'm the type of guy that, like, if I heard, like, I think it's like June, July-ish, or February that the sailfish run the other coast, like up in Jackson, like February, and then, you know, Jupiter, Sebastian, sometimes around like that June, July. Like, there's days I wake up and I'm like, man, I really wish I wasn't so busy this week, because I would just wake up, tow the boat over there, go catch 2 or 3, and just come back and be like, oh.
We talk about doing with my boat all the time. Like, we're going to go over there for the mullet run or something.
Yeah.
Go there, you know, with all the blackfin are running.
Yeah.
You know, when you even get yellowfin over there too.
Yeah.
You know, you go run up to the Gulf Stream and stuff like
It's just a
that.
different world.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
Different
fun
world.
over there.
Yeah, different world, but pelagics are fun for sure.
Yeah, our pelagic run
Sailfish
can get
are
real
very-
exciting.
Yeah. That's
absolutely.
like, you know, like early May, you know,
And we get those
couple
tunas
weeks
that
in
come
May, we
through.
get the tunas. You know where
Oh,
we get
God.
tunas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I made
So
a joke
good.
to him the one day, I had a regular guy, one guy, we always do something weird. So this year we caught a tarpon, we caught a tuna, and we caught cobia last year. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna go catch tuna today. He's like, you're gonna do what? Like, we're gonna go try it. Like,
Nobody says
I was
that.
Like, I was like, we are in the time of year, and I looked at the logs from when me and Jeff
Can't
caught-
catch 'em if you don't try.
I'm like, they
Yep.
gotta be there. And we went there and we got 1 bite, and then another charter boat got 2 bites. He lost his tuna and his mahi to a shark,
Oh.
but I got my tuna,
Which
so that
is
was
still
good.
cool.
You only got 1
It's
bite.
nice to be able to see them. You
Yeah.
know they're here, and you did it right.
Yep, you're right. That's right. That's right.
That is why they call it fishing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So what's your most memorable catch?
Probably my first sailfish. I was a rookie captain,
Yeah, you had the best rookie year.
and we
We
got
had
out
zero
there,
rookie
and
luck.
it was the first fish of the day. It was really exciting.
That's cool.
I mean, that thing screamed off. We didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Running around the boat, taking the rod back from the customer, coaching them up on how to fight it, on top of not trying to lose it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
So-
like the one thing when you watch that fish just start going like that, you're like, okay, how do I just want that at the boat.
Yeah.
Just get it here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Okay, the fight's great. You know, we're not on the east coast of Florida where, oh, we lost one, we'll get another one.
Yeah.
You know, you're
We'll
one.
find another one.
One and done.
That's like 1 in 10 years if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
I
We
tell
had-
people all the time, that is our unicorn, literally.
Yeah. Literal unicorn. But they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're here. There's not, you know, you don't catch a whole lot of them. He had, speaking of, you know, memorable catches, but he had the best rookie year I think I've seen on the dock down there. The only thing you were lacking was a really big kingfish.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you had definitely had.
I had my shots on him. but they're toothy.
Yeah,
It's
you
one of
ended
those
up
things.
with what? You got a sailfish, and then you got like a 60-ish pound cobia.
Yeah, 55 pounds.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. You
And
said it was
that's
the same
after
day.
Yeah, that was the same day. So the first catch was the sailfish, and the last catch was the big
He
cobia.
blew his wad.
Be like, all right, I guess I'm done. Where
It
do
was
I
pretty
quit?
awesome.
Here are my keys. I'm out.
Yeah, the only thing, I tried to check them all off, and the only thing I missed was a permit.
Yeah.
The
I got
rookie year.
permit. I got 3 last year.
There you go.
I was stoked about that.
Yeah.
I can teach you guys how to do it one time.
I can teach you how to do it our way.
Huh?
I can teach you how to do it my way.
I'll show you
It's
the right way.
hilarious.
I went and got one this year. I gave it one solid attempt.
There you go.
So it was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, you did it on a charter, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
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 No, all those catches were on a charter.
Yep.
There was
There-
no fin fishing involved.
We take, I take a Gatorade bottle and I tie like a stringer rope to it, like a pretty thin one, and I take it all the way to the bottom, use like a 5-ounce lead, and I find the permit with my hummingbird, because you can see them on there, and then I drop my Gatorade bottle out, and so I know where they are, and I just drift across that.
Okay, all
So you're
right.
putting a marker out so you know where they are, because they don't really move a whole lot where they are, and I don't want to give away that much information on
I
camera.
think I know what you're talking
But I think
about.
you probably have an idea.
We
Yeah.
probably both
Yeah.
do, honestly.
You probably both do, but that's the way to do it, and then
That's smart.
The-
That's smart because
the-
I've found out they really don't like they'll hold on to structure, but they're roaming.
yeah, they'll roam a little bit, but they're gonna be very close to that same spot, especially if you get out there, and then just downsize the shit out of your leader.
I caught mine on 20-pound fluoro.
Yeah.
We were fishing at a local wreck out here. And
Yeah.
Yeah, we went
up.
30.
And they're like, what are
We
you
tried
doing with
30
the
is
crab?
probably the most.
I was gonna say we tried for like an hour. We got the one bite. We got the one fish.
That's
But I
awesome.
feel like if we would have dove down, we might have gotten more. But I was also nervous. I was
Yeah,
like,
oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to lose these things either.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, you
fishing
like-
on structure. You know.
Exactly, it's
Yeah.
game over real quick. So, go ahead, Bob.
All right. What gear, bait, or technique do you go to when the fight starts to get tough?
Oh, like we were just talking about, downsizing that leader. I mean, especially this time of year, summertime, water's hot, fish are picky.
Especially hawkfish.
They can be very leader shy.
Yeah.
So you're used to, I mean, and we're taking charters out. People that are from Minnesota that are used to catching little brim like this.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I
we
hear
try to
brim.
bump them up a little bit so they have a little leeway.
What's your standard? What's your go-to leader? Like, hey, we're just going to go regular bottom fishing. You know, we might get some like hogfish, snapper fishing. Like, what
I'd say 40 pound.
40 pound,
It keeps
yeah.
you in
Cool about
the
that.
keeps you in the range. You get
We
a big
can get it
grouper.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a big grouper that hits it. You got a shot at it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you get a chance. I mean, I don't use fluorocarbon. I don't think you really use fluoro either, right?
not unless I'm mangrove fishing.
Yeah, there's really no need for fluorocarbon. I know you use a lot of fluorocarbon.
That's all I use.
You know, 'cause
there's no mono. on
There's
my
the
boat.
myth of
Zero.
That's fair.
there's the line. I can see it. Don't
So
bite
I don't-
that. Don't bite that bait.
I don't buy that myth at all. I really don't. Unless I'm fishing for something really picky, tarpon, permit, beach snook, stuff like that, then there's like no alternative as far as I'm concerned. But like redfish fishing, I could probably run straight braid and be just fine.
Probably
you know what I mean?
wire on it.
Yeah, you probably run wire on that too.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I guess you just get so ingrained in the habit of what you do that sometimes you don't look and say, I could do this instead of that. Like, I could run mono, you know?
Yeah.
We talk about Scott Sidorf a lot, and that guy's running mono right now, like 8-pound mono is what he's using on the beach
Oh,
for
wow.
snook.
Yeah, and he's got like the whole. That's got the logbook, right?
Yeah, he got the
Dude,
logbook
He has
and
a
everything.
log. I'm talking like striped, like when I grew up watching striped bass log, but for snook.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
he,
cool.
1,200 a year is his average. Like, the guy's
Water
awesome.
depth and things like that.
Well, he's fished on the beach.
Oh, okay.
Like walking, sight casting all the snook.
Oh, that's cool.
But he uses like 8-pound line. Like, that's all it is. It's all mono. And it's like, okay, cool. So it's interesting to watch some of the mono actually coming back into fishing because it went fluorocarbon so hard for so long. But I can just get ingrained in it. I'm always fluorocarbon.
Yeah, I mean, I know I use mono for all my reels with the exception of like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know, if we're doing the grunt fishing, I mean, we use braid on ours, all our conventionals. I know he runs
Yeah.
bait casters just like I do, which you guys.
Yeah, I'll
none of
run
us
braid
would,
with
but-
a mono top shot.
Big top shot.
Yeah.
Do like a little like 3-4 feet, 40 pound or something like that. That's what I run. But
Give it a little stretch, give it a little
Yeah.
forgiveness.
I
Yeah,
use
a little
20
forgiveness.
pound braid. You know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So downsizing leader's your thing.
That would definitely be it for sure.
Yeah.
Hook size too.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be throwing a big giant hook, shiny, as big as your bait.
Yeah.
What size hook do you like to use for snapper fishing?
Snapper fishing, I'm going 3-aught or 4-aught.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's clarify that. That's mangoes and lanes, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
red
Yeah.
snappers.
I'm not talking about red
I
snapper.
mean, red
Thanks,
snappers.
Bob. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose.
No, red snappers we're going
Yeah.
8-aught.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Same-
I'm on
same with the
9s and
groupers.
10s. Yeah. No
Cool.
amount 9s and 10s.
How have things changed on the water over the years? The fish patterns, pressure, weather, what have you seen? He's been doing it since 2018 down here.
Yeah.
And so he's about 7 years in, give or take. And
Well, you're a local though, right? Like you grew up here.
Yeah, my family grew up here. They've been here since the 50s.
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
we've been here forever.
So even before that, you were fishing. What have you seen change over the years?
I mean, as far as, there's a ton of boats.
Yeah.
The pressure's here. The people are here. No spot's a secret anymore.
Yep.
You just go fishing.
You don't even have
But
to.
weather patterns, I feel like back in the past, they used to be pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Spring, blowing, whatever. You get
Whatever.
This time of year, it's blowing. You're just used
You're
to
not
it.
wrong. That's the sad part.
You fish when you can fish, and
Yep.
you don't when you don't.
Yep.
Keep your people safe. Keep your equipment safe.
Yep, that's what it's all about. I mean, you're right. Like I agree with you. The pressure's gone through the roof over the years. Nothing's secret. And the inshore guys, like my little group, we talk about it all the time. It's like, hey man, where are you fishing today? I'm gonna go here. Okay, cool. I'll see you over there. Like,
Yeah.
there's
That was
no
my
like,
plan, too.
there's no like, f you, don't do that. It's all like, yeah, it's cool, man. Buddy boat with me all you want. I'll put my fenders out. You can tie up for all I
Yeah,
care.
man, that's like, on
We've
the
done
occasion
that.
that I run
Yeah.
an inshore trip, I call him. I was like, hey Phil, did you fish over there yet? Nope, I didn't make it there. Can I go in there? Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not going there today if you're going in there.
Hey, let me know how you did.
Yeah, that's why I did, so I can go back there tomorrow and go there.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just nothing's a secret. One of the things that I talked about, there's a gentleman was on a TV show called Florida Sports and Best Boat, Rick Riles, you guys probably heard of him. I fished with him one time, and he talked about how mahi fishing has changed over the years in the east coast of Florida, how it's gone from, we just used to have VHF, but now we have cell phones. And now they have ways to communicate offshore more than they ever have. So hey man, I'm catching these mahi, but they're 20 miles south of us. Oh, we're all going there. So now all of a sudden the mahi are getting hit harder and harder and harder. It's just a whole thing that there's no secrets anymore.
Yeah.
And I think as fishermen, it used to be stay away from me, I don't want to see you. Now it's like if we don't work together because the fishing pressure is so high here, you're not going to succeed.
Yeah, that's the spring kingfish run.
Yeah.
We have
my
the
God.
Florida's two biggest kingfish tournaments out. Period. King of the beach.
King of the
Huge.
beach, yep.
Everyone's fishing it. Everyone wants that purse.
Yep.
And you could not fish for a week and want to know where they are and come out of the pass and find the boats.
All you have to do is look out and like, oh, they're right over there. That's where the fish
Let's
are.
go give it a
It
shot.
also depends too. In the early season, I know, running out of Clearwater Beach up there, like, hey, Mikey's got 20 kingfish. Where the hell was he?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you mean
all right,
you don't
let's
know?
follow him
Just
next trip.
follow him.
And we're just
Yeah.
following him. And he's like, what are you guys doing? And he'll just keep going. He'll drive right past the fish.
Oh yeah.
That's
for
one
him.
thing that we'll do for it's usually like the first week.
Yeah.
Like when one of the boats
We
finds
kinda-
them,
yep.
we keep it quiet for like a week.
I did that
That
too.
was
They were
this
like,
year.
hey, come with us.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay,
That
shit,
was
now we're all
our
here.
buddy
okay.
out of Dunedin Marina, Mike Skinner.
Yeah.
He said, "Put the squid away." Found him. And that's all it took. All right,
That was
runs
on
are
the
done.
radio.
Here we go.
That was on the radio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's,
freaking cool.
we all look out for each other. We get to the point of the year when all the groupers are done. End of the year.
Yep.
We're grunt fishing. We're trying
Yep.
to catch hogs. We're mango fishing, and then that's it.
Yep.
So when something new's here, we're all going, "Oh, let's go get them.
And
Let's
I'll-
do this."
And I'll be with you, honest too, about it. I know I've asked you, and I know I'll ask Mikey or Kevin or Nick, like, hey, where'd you fish the other day? Oh, it's blah blah blah. And damn well they were not fishing there, but in the area.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all right, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here, and then they're gonna text me, "How'd you do? Where'd you go?" And be like, "Oh, I went here, not here, but there."
Yeah.
You're like, what?
What?
Yeah.
So we don't all fish the same rocks. Like we all have a general idea where everybody's fishing. Like I know where he likes to fish, he knows where I like to fish.
Yeah.
And we'll exchange numbers all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're good friends. It's like earlier you called me, you're like, hey,
That's about
I got
right.
family friends, they're going out to the middle ground, it's got a couple dots. I'm like, here you go, here's some big breaks out there.
We're all running our own
Okay,
businesses, but we're all a team. As far as I'm concerned, we're all colleagues.
And that's the way I look at it too. I mean, even the inshore guys, you guys are obviously more like offshore stuff than we are. But it was interesting. I think I may have told you the story I don't know if I told last week or not, Bobby, but we ran a 3-boat trip out in Boca Grande for
Yeah, you were
carpet.
telling me about this.
And literally, the gentleman's name down there, his name's Austin, and Evan and I were down, staying at my house down there. And Austin was like watching Evan and I work together. And we were all like this group text message thread. And Austin's like, I don't understand this. Nobody does this down here. You guys are freaking weird. I'm like, no, this is how we work. And
Yeah.
he's like, God, this is so freaking cool. I might want to move up there just to be around you guys the way that we do things.
Well, it's because
It's all a
the
team.
target fishing down there is
Oh,
like
man.
kill or be killed.
Oh, it's
unfortunately.
cutthroat.
And I don't mean that in a mean way. I've never been down there to do it. But I've seen the videos.
It's wild.
I've seen the old TV shows.
Yeah.
and
It's a
I'm pretty
rodeo.
sure it's still the same.
It's wild.
There's a big push of tarpon.
Yeah.
And there's 65 of you.
Yeah.
And 3 of you hook a fish. Well, now the other 50 whatever boats got to move, and you're yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Don't get the f out of my
Well,
way.
it's nice
You
down
could-
there. Everyone
you
just
could
stands
literally,
on them.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you could literally take a split shot and go
Oh, easily.
move.
I mean, there were multiple
That's our
tarpon in other boats that were jumping into boats this year. I have videos of it. I mean, it gets wild. There was this one tarpon jumped into the skeeter, and it was a 100-pound tarpon. The fish, it wasn't hooked. That was a free jumper that ended up in that guy's boat. The amount of blood in that boat looked like you killed a human. I was like, oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sitting there like trying to take a picture of the video and like, oh my god! The guy finally got him back over, and the guy was just drenched in blood. I was like,
and at that point, your customers are looking at you, you're going,
what do you want me to do?
Well, we caught him.
You got him. Catch him. We got him. He jumped in the boat.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many fish. They jump in the boat. Yeah, that happens.
Yep.
Anyways.
We had a guy get a free jumping kingfish in the past. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh my god.
Like
yeah.
a mid-30s kingfish. The guy's like, yeah,
He
we
rolled up on the dock
bro.
and he's like, hey, can you guys cut this for us? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, look, I have no rods on my whole boat, but I don't have a
He's
plate.
got a 30-pound
kingfish. 30 pounds.
That's so cool.
Right in the pass.
Do you know how freaky that would be though if you're on a boat and
Oh,
have a
that
big
would
fish
freak me
like
out.
that?
A dangerous fish.
I mean, a
nonetheless.
dangerous thing. Kingfish, cobia, mahi. I mean, you're trying to wrestle these fish into a box.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fight to get
I mean,
a fish
yeah.
down.
I come home, my shirt's usually soaked in mahi slime. I mean, if we got a good mahi bite, I mean, they're not big,
Oh
they're
my
all
God.
chicken shits,
Yeah.
1 to 2 pounds, but we'll flip them in, and I don't even worry about grabbing them. I just go, bear hug,
Yeah.
into the cooler.
Covered.
Yeah, okay.
Covered.
Covered.
Part of the
Yeah.
game.
Gotta love it. Gotta love
Yeah.
it. So you're going fishing? Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to go around.
No, you missed one.
Tell me to calm down.
So what's
Did
one
we?
piece of advice? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did miss that one.
Every
That's
client
why the
has to know
computer's
before
here.
they step on your boat.
When they get there, I'd say the one thing I would love is if they forget everything they know. We do this every day.
Dude, that is
Listen
so
to how
much.
we're doing things here. You might do something back home that works. It
Yeah.
might work here, but let's try my way first.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, by all means, set your hooks to your heart's desire.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I had
it's
no
like-
problem today.
I do bottom fishing a lot too. Like when the weather's calm and I got kids on the boat,
Yeah.
I like to go out there and just do that inside of 9 stuff because I really do enjoy it. I think it's easy for people. And I always get out there and I say, this is what you want to do. I always give a demonstration. I don't know if you guys do. I always say,
yeah.
go like this, drop it down, and you know, the way that I do things is a little different because I use different gear than you guys. But I'm basically saying, just hold your rod right here. Keep the line tight. Just let it sit on the bottom. The fish swim around down there because he's not a white bait. It'll catch something. And inevitably, I always have somebody doing this.
Jigging.
Jigging. I'm like, what are you jigging for?
We're flounder fishing up in Long Island.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, no, we don't stop jigging. This is not a lure. We don't need a jig. We're using live bait. Let it do its job.
Yeah. Pulling hooks. That's probably my biggest thing.
Yeah.
And
What
they
is
want
it?
when customers
pulling
pull
hooks.
hooks.
Yeah,
from-
yep.
And it's like, just let them eat it. I
Oh,
promise
yeah.
you, my number one thing is, well, what does a bite feel like? And
Feels
you're
like-
gonna know.
You're gonna know. That's
It's
what I'm
gonna
saying.
thump it.
You're gonna know.
You know, if we're grunt fishing, I always tell them, okay, picture your kid, if it's adult, you know, picture your kid going to your dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad. That's what it feels like. That's what a grunt
Hey,
feels
Dad,
like when
hey,
they
Dad.
bite. It's like little taps.
It's good.
You know?
It's really good.
And the biggest thing too, I mean, I know you agree with me here, is crank them, don't yank them, we're not
Yeah.
crappie fish them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on our artificial reefs, we're fishing all circle hooks.
Yeah.
So you've got to reel.
You have to
You're
reel.
not gonna hook them if you try and set them.
Yep. So the circle hook thing, that's a law.
Yeah.
That's not like a, hey, we like to use these.
Exactly.
It's a freaking law, okay?
We have to. We are required to. My boat's Coast Guard inspected. It's definitely required.
Yep. And we use offset circles, so even if you do get a little hook set happy, it's okay. But still, like he said, listen to us. We've been doing this long enough.
That's it.
We sit there and watch rod tips for a living and catch fish for a living.
Yeah, my favorite part is me, you're looking at their rod and then the grouper fishing and the rod's sitting there, the rod goes, whomp! And like, oh, that was just a sinker. I'm like, turn the handle, and then turn the handle one time, like, turn it again and lift up slow. They turn the handle, they go to lift, and then we get yanked overboard. You're like, oh, there you go.
yeah.
There you go. It's there. Cool. So if you go fishing on your day off, what are you fishing for, and what's your favorite thing to do on the water?
Ooh, mango.
You mango guy.
Mangrove snapper fishing.
I love
I'm
it.
addicted.
Now, are you the type of snapper fisherman that likes to use like a chicken rig, or you like to chum them, bring them up, and free line? Like,
Yeah,
if you're gonna do it, how do you like to do it?
I use a lot of jig heads.
Yeah.
I'll chum and free line them down. Wait for it
8
to
ounce,
just get
16
smoke
valve,
it. It depends on the
4
current.
ounce. Yeah.
Yeah, like today we were out there for a little bit using 3/8 ounce because it was
Okay.
a little sloppy.
Yeah.
But just slowly get them to the bottom. It's a patient
Shrimp.
game. Shrimp,
Yep.
little pieces of thread fin. I don't get a lot of the white bait. We don't throw a net every day.
Yeah, like I do.
But when I do have them, like buddies like you or Jake or
Yeah,
someone
bring
come
me some
bring
bait.
us some,
Yep.
I mean, it's game on.
That's
I changes my whole game plan.
Really?
Oh, we got white bait. Time to go.
So you use a live white bait on a jig head?
Yeah.
And then drift them back?
Yep.
You like cutting tails off at all?
Yeah, it
You get a bigger
depends. If you get the white baits that'll actually go down,
Yeah.
I'll leave them whole. But
Yeah.
if they're starting to be picky, floating along the top, they start getting scared, we'll clip them.
That's cool. Very cool, man.
But
Yeah,
that's definitely the
love
funnest
mango
thing.
fishing.
For me, they're tricky.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yep.
It's not like hitting the bottom, got a bite.
Yep.
You're really waiting, you miss a bunch.
Yeah, you miss
It
a
makes
bunch.
it fun, lots of cussing, lots of jumping up and down.
And a lot of times too, when you're free lining some of those baits back, you get bigger mangoes.
Oh yeah.
The studs are the ones that actually eat all that stuff. Some of the smaller ones are usually close to the bottom.
Yeah, they'll sit up in the water column.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a pelagic will hit it. Like this time of year, we got all the mackerel running around. Get one of those, cool.
Yeah.
Just change the game up a little.
That's a win right
What's your
there.
biggest mango?
Biggest mangoes,
Like personal
9.3 pounds.
That's a stud.
I got
Mine's
two back to back.
7.6.
Stud. I've never weighed my biggest ones. I have pictures of them. I'll let you guys
I'm
look at
hunting
them.
for a 10 pounder. It's
10
going on
pounder.
the wall.
So
That's gonna be my first fish mount.
that'd be freaking cool.
That's cool.
That's my first fish mount right there.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Fly on fly.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll talk
that's
about
it.
that story later on. That's a pretty cool story.
Yep.
Cool, man. What's your favorite thing to do in the water?
Oh,
Other
other
than
than
mango fishing.
I was gonna say other than fishing. I mean, I love scalloping. My wife's big into diving.
Yeah.
So anytime I can get her in the water.
Scuba?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
She's the anchor retriever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Anytime the guy's losing anchor,
she's
the
going
first
out.
one going.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How can people find you?
He said, "How can people find your business?"
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram.
The mics.
I forgot microphones today, so we're kind of yelling. I'm gonna have to tweak the audio.
Yeah.
Fix it next week. Sorry.
But Facebook, Instagram, Gulfstream Fishing Charters. That's us. We're located in Clearwater Beach Marina there.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
good
very
job.
much for spending time to interview today. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll carry on talking here for just a minute. We talked a little bit about some gag groupers already and things like that. What else do you guys want to talk about in regards to any species or destinations or anything like that? We kind of got into some of that already, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of went over it all. Well, what you said you saw what today? Something in the past?
So yeah, interesting story there.
Which is, we talked about it being early because you wouldn't normally see them looking at others.
So you guys were talking about, I mean, we're already starting, yeah, this is actually a really great segue, I actually think. So recently in the last week, we started to catch a lot of small threadfin for bait. So that's kind of like a signaling a change in everything because the whole summer we're catching white bait. Then all of a sudden now we're starting to see these little threadies come up, and I mean, I hate them in my live well. It's the worst thing in the entire world.
Ruin your net.
It ruins the net. They just clog your live well up. Their scales go everywhere. They all die, and you're like, well, I got mango chum,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I go out there. I love it. I go offshore. I'm like, like throwing freaking chummers everywhere.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
Don't
all right,
even need
cool.
the bat. Just throw
Yeah,
them.
don't even need the bat. Just let them go overboard. But that's kind of like a signaling change of season, actually. We're getting into late summer. We're about to switch over to fall fishing. When the big threadfin show up, that's when the king mackerel start following. The Spanish are already here, which is really, really
They never
cool.
leave.
Yeah, they
And
but
all, like, and
They mosey around.
they mosey around. But I think maybe Rule answer this question. You feel like this has been better with Spanish mackerel this summer?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been very consistent.
I would agree with you.
We do a lot of trolling on our shorter trips.
Yeah.
So we'll start off trolling, and if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
So we don't even get to the bottom half the time.
Yeah.
Unless we're sick of all the mackerel.
Yeah, which they're easy to fillet. They taste good. Why not, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And our mackerel are different. Like I feel like mackerel get a bad rap because of the northern mackerel, the
Yeah.
Boston mackerel, the oily.
The
they're
oily,
bait.
nasty thing.
Ours are great.
Yeah.
White meat, flaky fish. You could cut it up into little chunks and not know the difference.
Yeah, people even eat that as like what do they call that?
Ceviche.
Oh yeah.
And ceviche too. Absolutely. But so I was out fishing today just for a little bit, and I was fishing the pass over here, and it was shocking to me because I was just throwing artificial, looking around. I saw 2 big schools of puppy drum, like black drums about that big. I was like, whoa, what are you guys doing here? It's like summertime. Water temperatures have cooled off because we've had a lot of rain, and we've had some like a little bit lower humidity actually.
Yeah,
Dew points
it's actually
have dropped
pretty
down.
nice.
It was nice
Yeah.
today.
Been
I was
real
chilly
nice.
this morning.
Yeah, it was a little chilly this morning. But seeing
I'm
those
aware.
black drums show up like that, I was like, okay. Getting excited about moving into
Yes.
our
I am
next
too.
phase. So,
Usually once we start to see the mackerel getting caught, in force, like king mackerel up in like Pensacola,
Mhm.
Panama City, once they start moving back this way, we know, okay, we got about a month.
got about a month.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen any up there yet on Facebook or anything? No.
Not
yeah.
really.
No.
Yeah, I still think we're obviously pretty early. It's September.
Yeah, usually like October, mid-October.
I was
Usually
gonna say
the
about
full-
Halloween.
the full
Halloween.
moon.
Yep.
in
That's always.
October is
I
when
really
we
started
start.
giving it a try around Halloween.
That's cool. Yeah. And you're hopeful for a great king mackerel season this year.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
run,
I mean,
fall.
it's a lot of fun.
We no red tide.
Yep.
so far.
Yeah, that's the other thing we can talk about. Next up, we'll just segue right into Conservation Corner talking about red tide a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had much of the discharges come out, none of the blue-green algae really.
Yep.
I know they do a lot of the flyovers for the lake.
Yep.
So they'll kind of monitor how big it is blooming.
Yep.
And it doesn't seem like it's been that bad this year, which is a big plus.
Yeah.
I know they've been working on some management with that, and I know the captains for Clean Water guys are in a big uproar with them.
Yeah.
So
as always.
What exactly, I'm not a native Flurry, and I know you've been here a long time.
I'm a native.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think you were. Anyway.
I'm a native, but I
So,
moved
like-
away for a while, and I've been back for 10 years. So, but I was
There you
born
go.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He quit and came back.
I quit and came back.
Yeah. You're here.
So, like, for me, like, I never knew what red tide was until I moved here. And I experienced it the first year I was here. There was huge fish kill. We had hawkfish floating, we had glass groupers floating, tag groupers, everything was floating.
That was
inside
the
8
roughest
miles.
one we've had in a long time.
Yeah, and I heard that about 5 years before that, it was even worse, where the charter guys were not catching a run until 15 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it got really
I heard
bad.
it was like
That's
really
the half-day
bad.
headboats couldn't even catch fish.
Right. So, like, what exactly causes the red tide to happen? I get, is it part of like the fertilizers, like whatever minerals, whatever chemicals used in the fertilizers?
Rude,
Like,
you
what
wanna
is
talk
it?
about
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of it has to do with the discharges. So there's the
Lake
main
Okeechobee is
Lake
what he's talking
Okeechobee
about.
is the main lake. Naturally, it used to flow south through the Everglades, and it would filter out all the bullshit before it got to our waterway. Now the Army Corps of Engineers shifted it east and west and flooded out the rivers. So all that fertilizer has nowhere to filter through. All the land break and everything's gone. We have no seagrasses, we have no mangroves, it's all houses.
Yeah.
You know, so when that mixes with that water, the salinity, the alkalinity, it all turns into an algae bloom and kills that fish.
Yep. So essentially, red tide is a naturally occurring bacteria that's in the salt water, whether it's the east coast of Florida or the west coast over here.
Right.
And that bacteria feeds on that blue-green algae. So when they discharge it from Lake Okeechobee, it comes out here, the bacteria feeds on it, and it blows
Super
up.
bloom.
And what it does is actually decreases the oxygen level in the water. So what you're talking about is the fish just die from lack of oxygen, essentially.
Now, see, when you guys say they die of lack of oxygen, like, I understand that. So growing up in the Northeast, we would get big fish kills because what happens to all the bunker hoagies, medicated, whatever you want to call them.
Shad, whatever.
Shad.
Whatever. They're not a shad, okay.
But that's what we call it down here.
Yeah,
and if I'm not mistaken, it might not be on this poster. There's a poster that says it's a shad outside.
Yeah.
Anyway, so growing up there, they have, when they spawn, they're spawning up in lagoons, creeks, any kind of like smaller channel. And what happens is in the heat of summer, when it gets too hot in there and they don't go out, they all die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
Because I understand it a little bit. As the water warms up, the molecules of oxygen actually spread apart, and they get not as dense. Or like, you breathe better in the cold rather than you do in the summertime.
Yep.
Because it's a higher oxygen level.
Same science.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Except down here, now we have something called Carina brevis that actually is the bacteria of red tide. That's what kills the oxygen.
What's your what?
That's the name of it. Carina brevis.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's the name of the bacteria, red tide.
Is that the Latin name?
No, it's
Scientific name.
scientific name.
Probably
Is that the
Latin.
same thing?
Sure.
Maybe.
I never said I was smart.
Well, then we should bring an FWC guy on and have him talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next couple weeks we'll make it happen. But yeah, I mean, that's essentially what it is. And like, so just to kind of wrap back up, we talked about red tide a little bit. We haven't had those blue-green algae blooms. They're happening, but they're not as big this year.
Yeah.
They're not pumping water out of Lake Okeechobee yet, or they haven't yet. And we are now into September, which is usually one of our hotter months. And that's when the red tide blooms the most, is when it's hot. So we're saying that things have been very, very fortunate this year so far.
Yeah, it's been good.
And we hope that it continues this way and we can make it past September and October without any of those problems. But
Knock on wood.
yeah, knock on wood. Because you just never really know what's going to happen there.
Exactly. I mean, it's nature. It could happen.
Well, it's kind of nature.
Yeah.
It's kind of nature.
Big thing is we just got to keep Big Sugar from dumping too much fertilizer in the ocean. That'll help.
Don't buy Florida sugar.
Yeah, don't buy Florida Sugar. Sorry.
That's a new one.
That's what the reason.
Oh.
Fertilizers in Lake Okeechobee is
Fire.
from the big sugar companies
Yeah.
dumping it in. So
That's good. No, I had no idea.
there you go. Look at that.
Learn
Learn
something.
I learned something, guys.
Hell yeah!
Let's
Now
see
you
if I
got
can
something to talk
retain it.
about. That is awesome. Well, anybody got anything they want to add, Captain Bob?
I'm going blank.
Drawing a blank. That's okay. We covered a lot today. It was a good segment here, so we did well. I don't have anything else I want to add right now. Rudy, you got anything you want to
Yeah.
add?
No. Happy to be here.
Happy to be
It's
here.
been fun.
We'll have you back on in a couple months, maybe.
Yeah.
After we filter through, we'll get you back on because the podcast is going to grow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like we're in our initial phases. This is episode 3, so we're going to go back through. We'll do it all over again. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good time.
yeah, giddy up. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you next week on the Baitshop Banter Podcast.
That's it.